Hi, I'm Lisa Gonzalez, Chief Business Officer here in the Mount Diablo Unified School District. And this week's edition of Ask the CBO focuses on a question that many of you have sent, which has to do with Title I funds. So let's go ahead and get started. How much does the district receive, and how does Title I funding work? So let's jump in and take a look at what Title I funds are. These are part of a federal program. They are federal funds. We follow the federal rules, and it is financial assistance that comes to local school districts, but it is emphasized for school sites with high numbers of students that come from low-income families, homeless, or foster youth programs. And the entire intent is to make sure that the funds cover the support they need to meet challenging state academic standards. Here's some examples of what the money can be used for: achieving those content standards, evidence-based practices. This means that there's got to be something based in the research that says that this strategy works for students. It has to be reasonable, necessary, and actionable. It means that the school site needs to be able to do what it is saying it's going to do. It is recorded in a single plan for student achievement. Those are approved by school site councils, and they are sent to the school board for their approval. They need to focus on the needs of those specific groups of students, and there is a parent and family component. Now, there is a rule for Title I funds, and the key word is supplant. We cannot supplant. So what does supplanting mean? Supplanting is when we decide that part of a basic program for a school site is going to be funded at a Title I fund. So for example, if we say that every school site is going to have a counselor, but then we use Title I funds for a specific elementary school and say that Title I funds are going to cover that staff person, that is called supplanting. It means that we can't move the expense someplace else of a part of a program that everyone is receiving. Here are some specific examples that we have of types of Title I expenses that are at school sites. So Olympic High School has a counseling center, and the counseling center provides counseling beyond what a regular school site would have. Chromebooks. So there are many school sites that have decided to use funds on Chromebooks for specific groups of students. After-school intervention programs. So Bel Air and Shore Acres, as well as many others, have programs after school that are funded through Title I. Riverview Middle School, they've decided to have an intervention teacher. And then there are a number of sites, Bel Air, YV Elementary School, Meadow Homes, they're using some of their funds to pay for additional assessments that are part of the iReady system because it is an integral component of the instructional program provided at those school sites. So I'm going to stop here for a second because one of the questions was, how much does each school site receive? These are the school sites that receive Title I funds and the amount. So these are all the funds this year that have been allocated to these school sites. Here are some other pieces that you need to know. First of all, the amount changes during the year, and I know this gets really frustrating for school sites. It's really frustrating for us as well, because we start the year with an estimate of how many students we think we're going to have in certain categories that generate the Title I funds. And then we do our check-in in October. You've heard us call it the CBEDS date. That gives us a better indication. And then as soon as the free and reduced meal lunch counts are verified by the state of California later in the school year, the amount changes again. This year, of course, with the pandemic, one of the state and the federal government's responses has been, well, we're going to go ahead and give you more time, or we're going to go ahead and delay giving you information, which means more changes. But we also have a component that many people don't know about, and that's called equitable service. And it means that equitable services are provided. So private schools can apply for these same Title I funds. They've got to complete the same report that all of our schools do, but they do have access as well. So that's it for this week I know there are many other questions that are coming in. I've got a whole list of ask the CBOs for the future, but I hope this has helped just a little bit in clarifying some of the questions that you've had. If you have a question, please go ahead and send it to me at cbo@ndusd.org. And if anybody's wondering, we have Spanish translations. You just click the CC button down there on the very bottom for closed captioning and you can get that. See you next week.